Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, welcome in everybody. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Um, and you see, I got the book in front of here. I The other day I gave a reading and I was talking about doing shadow work, and there was a shadow work book. I am not affiliated with this book or the company or the publishers or anything, but I just wanted to share if anybody wanted. I said it's a really good shadow workbook journal. It has writing prompts in here. So if you're interested at all and doing your own shadow work and you just need a place to help you get started, um, you can put this book up. All right. You can screenshot it, whatever you need to do, but this is the book. All right. All right. So I'm going to speak about this book. Well, no, not really. I'm not going to speak about the book, but anyway, that's the book. That is the book that my sister gifted me. And, whoo, yeah. It's pretty good, y'all. So anyway, and again, I'm not affiliated with the company, the publisher, or anything like that. All right. All right. So we're gonna do a quick vibe check. All right. That's what I said I'm doing from now on. But I wanted to lead with saying usually I wake up in the energy that spirit wants to speak on, Um and one of the things I woke up with is it's time to face the lies that we tell ourselves. It's time to face the lies that we allow people to tell us. And by lies, I mean half truth, hidden truth, um, um, yeah, half truth, hidden truth, you know, um, the things that people don't say, you know. It's time for us to see through all that. But in order to do that, we have to see through our own lies that we tell ourselves. You know, this eclipse that's coming up, um, it's I mean, even with the moon cycles, all the moon cycles aid us in doing, our work internally. But this eclipse, um, I think this is the last eclipse before um the age of Aquarius come in. And so the age of Pisces, I believe, and again, I'm not an astrologer, so don't quote me on this. Go look it up, do your own work. I'm not here to coddle. I'm just sharing my point of view, um, from my understanding. So if you know something different, so be it. That's fine. But I believe the age of Pisces was things that were obscured from our vision. All right. Well, moving into the age of Aquarius, things are changing. And so, in order to do that, we have to be willing, everything is like being brought out, everything is being put on the table. All right. And if we are still willing to live with illusions, okay, not only the illusions that people or the world is, you know, perpetuating, it's the illusions that we are still holding on to, because that blocks us from seeing the truth about everything that's going on outside of us. All right. So that's why I brought the shadow book. You know, we got about 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I know the eclipse is coming on the 17th, and then the new moon um is shortly thereafter, I believe. But anyway, We got about 2 weeks to really hunker in, hunker down, and just be honest with yourself. Nobody's saying just run out and do major changes. Oh, it's a lie, and. But at the same time, you have to be willing. We have to be willing to identify the things that we are lying to ourselves about, or the lies that we are willing to accept just to be comfortable. All right. What they say, you got to feel the fear. Well, see the fear and face it, or feel the fear and push through. I don't know, something like that. Anyway, all right. Welcome in, welcome in. I know that was a lot. Like I said, we're gonna do a vibe check. All right. We're gonna jump in the bowl and see what spirit has to say, either about this or something else. Okay. All right. Spirit, what is the message that you have for the collective today? Oh, so many jumped out. All right. I don't know what was the order, but I want to say this shadow came out. And then we have the food. I said this little guy, I call that my food. New beginning. All right. Is there anything else? No. All right. All right. So, shadow. This is third eye chakra. This is the root chakra. And this is the food. So, what I get from this is it's kind of like what I was saying. We have to face our shadow moving forward. In order to move forward to a new beginning, we have to face our shadow. All right. That way we can unblock our third eye chakra. All right. Your intuition. Because if you're unwilling to if we're unwilling to face our truth, which is hidden in the shadows, if we can't have full access to our intuition. All right. And we need to be rooted with that. We have to be stable. The third eye chakra is gonna create your stability moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be rooted in our intuition has to be rooted in order to have a successful new beginning or moving forward, if you want to say that. All right. All right. Wow. So since we're talking about shadow, let me see. Um, Hold on, because I hate this running this thing. Hold on, y'all. Let me get these cards. All right, I'm back. All right, so I got the Medicine Woman Oracle. Um, I know we were talking about shadow. I am going to do a couple shadow cards, but let's just get something out this Medicine Woman. I don't know why I was called to these. I was actually looking for the shadow. Spirit, is there anything you want to share out of this? What is it you wanted to share in this deck? Y'all, this stuff, you know, I know we be like, well, for me, there's been times where I'm like, oh my God, it's always something. But guess what? It could be so much worse. Before I actually did my work to get in alignment, um, life had gotten pretty damn hectic. So there's a major difference. I have realized there has been a major change and difference in my life since I've been on this path and I've been doing my spiritual work or whatever. And I couldn't see myself. I don't even know how I survived those few years that I had fallen asleep, and stopped um, living my truth. It was hard as hell. So uh, this little work we doing, this is nothing. This is just discipline. All right. All right. All right. Spirit, is there anything you want to share in this deck? This just requires discipline. All right. It says number 10, embrace. All right. It says, remember your primordial nature. You are a vessel. All right. Number 10. Okay. We got empowerment and sacred ceremonies and personal power. All right. So during this time, Spirit is saying, okay, wait a minute, let me read it. Empowerment. Assert yourself and shine your power now. And sacred ceremonies. I remind your soul of the sacredness of the world. All right. So I just feel like what Spirit is saying, not necessarily the words, but we're going to go with the main words up here. You have to embrace the shadow. We talked about that in another reading. Your shadow helps you to become, once you embrace your shadow, it helps you see the things that are hidden from you. And then it also can become your strength. All right. When you integrate your shadow with your light, because nobody is all one way. Nobody, unless you just got a black demon, dark heart, but I know I'm speaking to people who are already on this path, and you're going through we're preparing for the next level. All right. And so moving forward, we have to be willing to embrace that shadow, the parts of ourselves that we still are unwilling to accept about ourselves, or accept about the world, or accept about our environment, or accept about our partners, friends, lovers, so on and so forth. All right. And once you dispel the rest of those lies, and your third eye opens up even more, so you can have clear vision. All right. Because you're no longer willing to deny yourself of truth. All right. And embrace that. There's a sense of empowerment. All right. That you're going to have. And you'll be able to shine a little bit brighter, because you're no longer hiding or willing to dummy or dim your light to accept an illusion, or to live in an illusion. All right. And sacred ceremonies. If we want to say that doing your shadow work and sacred ceremonies, it says the sacredness of the world. I remind your soul of the sacredness of the world. Sacred ceremonies, to me, in this situation, is saying, like, when we do the work, when we're willing to do the work, like journaling, it puts us back in a place of really just owning Oh no, I'm sorry. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit says no. It's about the collective. You know, um, collectively, we are all having to do this, but there are some of us who won't be, right? But collectively, we're all being reminded of the sacredness, our sacredness, which is the truth, our truth, the truth of being, um, the truth of life. So this is a sacred ceremony that the whole world is having to go through, dispelling the lies, dispelling the truth, you know. And so it's just like you being one drop in the ocean, all right? But each drop counts, all right? So when you do your work, as we do our own individual work, the entire planet is benefiting off of these sacred ceremonies, all right? All right. So, um, personal power, it says, I encourage you to be the master of your own destiny. All right. You owning your truth and you doing your individual work. All right. This moving forward, and it strengthens your own personal power. You're using your own personal power to move, to help the collective. All right. This is what you're using your power for. This is what you're being activated. This will help you be activated moving forward, doing your personal part. All right. For the for this great change that we are all going through. All right. So again, your drop of water counts when it comes to the ocean. All right. All right. So gonna do a couple shadow cards. Spirit, is there a shadow particularly that this collective um could possibly still need to address? What's the potential shadow? And again, even though you're addressing your own personal shadow, here's the thing: energy, it don't die, it don't, it passes on. So there's a collective who have the same shadow as you, you know. Let's say if you have low self-esteem or something, whatever your shadow is. I'm just going to use low self-esteem. There are many people in the world that have low self-esteem. So it's just not your cross to bear. But here's the thing: when as you heal that energy, all right, when you identify what it is that attracted that energy to you, you heal that and it goes up. Um, it uploads to the great consciousness, and so the next person will have that information to download and draw from and to heal. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why it's a sacred ceremony. You doing your own personal work, okay, helps the whole wheel. All right. All right. So is there a particular shadow that we need, that this collective, or just give us some shadows that we... Oh wow. So Spirit says Shadow's gift. So Spirit just want to speak on, elaborate on, so you can have a clearer understanding. It says Shadow's gift. Within darkness lies wisdom. The pain you've endured is shaping you into someone stronger. Yeah. So embracing that shadow, seeing what it's coming to teach you, showing you something about yourself that you first of all, showing you the lies that you told yourself or the lies that you accepted about yourself. All right. It's bringing it back to you so you can face it. It's going to make you stronger, so you can embrace the real you, the truth, embrace the truth, you know. Um, Yeah, that's amazing. So again, the shadow's gift within darkness, shadow's gift, when within darkness lies wisdom. The pain you've endured is shaping you into someone stronger. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, like I said, facing the truth about what is, it gives you your power back, because healing that, healing whatever trauma, the weight of a trauma, the last remnants of that, embracing it, you'll realize it. What they say, what don't kill you make you stronger. That is so true. Sounds like it's a cliche, but yeah, it is the truth. You know, that thing that hurt you so bad becomes your superpower. Oh, in the journal. Oh wow, in the journal. I think that's coming up because in the journal there was something that I wrote about. It says, let me pull this up real quick, real quick. Was this it? Okay. Okay. This is a quote from Carl Jung that's in this book. All right. It says, knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. All right. So when I was saying it becomes your superpower, when you recognize and heal that darkness and face that darkness and integrate it into your way of being, you can also see that darkness in other people. And that way you have empathy and compassion, and you can help the next person move through their stuff, So collectively, that's how we work. All right. That's we're meant to heal and help one another that way. So again, that even applies to when I say, when you heal something, the experience, or um when you replace that pain with understanding and knowing of what brought that pain on, it gets uploaded, all right, to the system. And then the next person can get the download. All right. All right. All right. So again, the weight of trauma is on the bottom of the deck. Stored trauma can create tension, fatigue, and pain. Healing requires releasing, not ignoring. All right. Now, remember I said we can't be out here ignoring this eclipse is about letting go of those final lies, that final, that pain that we keep, ignoring, and we keep pressing through, and we act like it's not there. All right. Release the last of that stuff. All right. All right. It's time. It's time. All right. So I'm going to give you an angel number, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Or do y'all want something positive? Okay. Let me see. Oh, I know what spirit. Um. Uh, well, okay. I know I did speak about doing the journal and things like that, but you to me journaling, since I do have outlets to help me. Um, I guess my outlets, like my art is my way of quieting my mind, all right, and shifting through things. But journaling actually allows me to let it out, all right, release it, um, to give it words, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, let's get her done. Let's get her done. All right. I appreciate you guys. I hope this help someone, because we all in this together. We can't be out here thinking, oh, they fucked up. I ain't, we got to help one another. And I ain't talking about be no doormat and you know, for those of us who have already been on this path, we are a little bit more advanced than the people that's about to start waking up now. And these people gonna be waking up and they gonna be clawing at you. You got to be good and firm, and you got to know folks gonna be coming to you. Some people gonna try to come and vamp off of you, all right, because they don't want to do the work, and they're gonna be coming to you, starving for some light. But here's the thing: we got to be able to see through illusions. You're gonna have people coming to you that really do need your help, who are willing to do the work. But if you still looking through a skewed lens, people are gonna use you and weigh you down and eat your light up. All right. That's not what we out here doing no more. We as empaths and psychics and seers and healers, we ain't out here to just be getting sucked on. All right. When somebody comes to you, oh, thank you, Spirit. Spirit said your disciples. And I'm using the term like that because of Jesus. Jesus was my first ascended master as a child. All right. So I have to speak as my teacher, my ascended master taught me. You don't have to go out and blowing a horn and preaching. The people that come to you, they're going to come to you because you've already had a frequency in you. Again, let's go back to the self-esteem thing. If you had low self-esteem and you dealt with that and you healed from that, now you are a master of that, okay? Of ways to heal low self-esteem, all right? So here's your thing. Because you already had that frequency, a disciple, a person who needs to heal that area of themselves are going to be attracted to you, all right? So you or return are going to share your wisdom and knowledge to help the person. You see how I'm saying? That's how we pay it forward, all right? All right. So you don't have to go out here thinking, you got to blow a bullhorn or anything like that. The people who require your help is going to come to you. But again, when they come to you, they got to do the work. They got to do the work. You ain't going to sit there and coddle them because it's going to hold you back because we are moving forward. All right? Rock steady, solid, rooted and booted. All right? Incorporating the shadow, using the shadow as a gift. All right? Being able to see in the dark. That's what your shadow is helping you do. Oh, come on, Spirit. The shadow is helping you be able to see in the dark. And what came out? The truth. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't make it up. I'm just going to drop it right there. Did y'all see that? The truth just plopped out. That is, Spirit said, that is the unadulterated truth. Please believe it. Please believe it. On the bottom of the deck, family. It says wolf spirit. This was the raven spirit. Spirit say, and I'm just gonna stop it right there. What's that, Spirit? It's freedom came out. Oh my God. Look. Okay. Chaos in reverse. Now I don't take reverse. I don't. But see, spirit, the cards slid over for a purpose. All right. It's time to put down the chaos. All right. This gonna look. It says truth, family, freedom. Freedom from chaos. It's gonna be freedom from chaos. All right. All right. Doing this work, staying on your path, facing, incorporating your shadow, owning it, using it to help you, propel you forward, and to help heal others, people around you, the people that come to you. Like I said, they got to do their own work, but you can give them tools, tell them, just like I just shared with the Shadow Journal, what is it book called? Shadow the Shadow Growth Journal. All right. Just like I just shared it with you all. My sister shared it with me. That's a sacred ceremony. Sharing. All right. All right. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Now I'm gonna give you an angel number and then I'm gonna let y'all go for real, for real. I appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, and share. If you think this information is something um you know somebody else that needs this information, I appreciate it. Just trying to get the channel to grow because we're getting ready to go through some stuff, y'all. Like I said, I keep saying things is speeding up. Things is speeding up. And we can't be stuck sitting on our thumb, all right, with one eye closed. No, no. Uh-oh. Cards are still in my lap. All right. Do I want to take all these? All right, wait a minute. Just let me. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Spirit, can we have a the angel number? All right. 1414. It says light up, mood swings, respect, family, consecutive out. No, I'm sorry, constructive outlook, quality. All right. It says focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. So, okay, when I said things that you can do to help you identify your, in your shadow, so you can work through it and embrace that it is a part of you. When we ignore it, it nags at us and it begins to drive how we move in the world. But if you know that that is your shadow and you face it and you start working with it, all right, that's how you heal it. All right. It says focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to family. Good vibes will speed up the process. All right. So moving forward, focusing on healing the shadow. Remember I said so we can move forward. We got to ground that energy. All right. All right. And 2424, bottom of the deck, good times, leisure, rest, holiday, pleasure, love, affection, kindness, happiness. You are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. If you tell your family and friends how you feel, you'll find that you're all on the same page and can work together effectively. That's and I'm thinking this is on a, what is it, micro scale. This is on a macro scale. This is the world stage. But if you need to apply this situation to a small sect of people, like your family, friends, or whoever, it says many people are rooting for you. If you spread love, it will find you in way. It will find its way back to you, multiplied. And again, so when I said we work individually, where's that phone? Hold on, y'all. Addressing the shadow individually, because you will drop of water in the ocean. So when you address it individually, it in turns it spreads out. Okay. When that drop of water hit the ocean and it just blend on in, it spreads out the whole ocean. It's incumbent into the whole ocean. So basically that's what it's saying. Like when you do your individual work, it benefits the whole. All right. That's the family. All right. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you for those who keep showing up every day. Um, um, this is a passion of mine to be able to share. For so long, I did not share my truth, and I was always surrounded by people who didn't understand this part of me. And so I buried it. and it became my shadow, and it became relentless to get out. And I suffered because I fought it for so long. And I ended up experiencing a lot of bullshit that I did not have to go through, because I was in denial of my own truth. All right. And so when spirit finally, um, when I finally opened up, and allowed myself to heal, all right, I promised spirit that I would pay it forward. All right. And so that is why I show up every day, or show up now as best as I can. I'm doing better. I'm being a little bit more consistent. I've gotten a little bit more relaxed doing this. At first, I was nervous because I still had to get over some old beliefs that have been um, buried in me. As far as, I grew up as Christian, and I was told that, tarot and oracle reading, this stuff is, of the devil. So, um, I had some healing to do when I first started, but I'm here and I appreciate it. And I just want to continue to share until Spirit put me on my next assignment. So I hope that helps somebody. I hope you all find this message to be very enlightening. And like I said, if you would like to share, I would appreciate that. And so until next time,